Josie with Ozark Mountain Goats, and we were tagged by Mark over at the house on Avera Road on the 2020 bucket list challenge. So we need to come up with 3 goals that we want to accomplish in 2020. And I think that's pretty easy for us. Actually, we've probably got about 10 things on our bucket list, wouldn't you say?
Our bucket list is just overflowing.
It is. It's huge.
We over
Extend ourselves?
yeah, a lot.
We have a lot of goals, a lot of dreams.
And you know, why not?
Exactly. Well, probably first and foremost on our bucket list for 2020 is to get the barn done for the goats.
And the fencing. That's
And the
kind of
fencing.
the whole, get the goats in living quarters. And
Actually, in the next 2 weeks, you're going to see parts 2, 3, and 4 of the goat barn expansion.
there's that many? Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
guess
there are. Because remember, I think we told you in another video that we're old, and so we work, kind of slow.
We
take
work
breaks.
slow. This started in November, I think.
Well, we got the stuff in November.
To add on, but the original barn was started back in,
May or June?
Yeah, we started clearing in early spring.
Yeah.
So, but anyway.
It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
But as far as the goat barn goes, we need to finish some work on the stalls and get the fencing up, and then we'll pretty much be done with the goat barn expansion, I think.
Yeah, the expansion?
Well,
Extension?
I don't know. Whatever. The goat patio. That's what it is.
Okay.
Anyway, it won't be too much longer, and we'll be all done with that. Just have the fencing left to do. So that's number 1.
Thank goodness.
Yep.
Yep.
Number 2?
Number 2. What was number 2?
Well, if you're going to have goats, you got to have chickens, right?
Yep. We're going to build a chicken house.
Yep.
And so that'll be probably the next project, big project we do. And we need to do that pretty soon, because as soon as we can.
Probably in February or March at the latest.
And when we have some warm temperatures. And,
Kind of depends on how long it takes us to get fencing up.
yeah.
It's so difficult even to drive T-posts because we've got so much rock and limestone. I mean, we could hit limestone just, a foot or 18 inches down, and and it's just
And if
hard.
anybody has any suggestions, put them down below on what we might. They make motorized post drivers.
Well, they're expensive though, like $2,000.
Yeah, not the crazy ones. We just can't do that. But if there's one out there that's reasonable that anybody's used in rocky areas, let us know. We'd be happy to get those comments.
Yeah, I mean, we might end up renting one, but I don't know. It's just a lot of T-posts to drive.
Yeah, but
So.
whatever happens, happens.
But back to the chickens. So we got to build a chicken house.
Chicken house.
And be sure and tune in next week. We got something for our chicken house already that we're going to be showing you.
Yeah,
So.
it's pretty cool. And I've been wanting one for a long time. I'm hoping that this thing does what I think it will.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I think it will. So we're going to take you inside now to show you what's 3rd on our bucket list for 2020.
okay, here we go.
So we're inside now, but it's actually about 5 hours later. We had just gotten back from Menards with a load of supplies, and so we just immediately started working. And anyhow, finally made it back into the house. So I wanted to get to number 3 on our bucket list. And if you recognize some of these supplies, you'll realize that our 3rd project that we want to do this year is to make homemade cheese. And we plan to get some either goat's milk or Jersey milk. We can get that relatively close. We can drive to Ava, which is about 45 minutes from here, and get some milk. So we want to try to learn the process of making homemade cheese and perfecting that before we actually have goats old enough to have babies, and then have milk. So anyway, that's our plan. We had shown you in another video this old wine press that we had converted into a cheese press. And we also picked up this really cool pasteurizer for home use off of eBay. Got it for a great price. And we don't even know if we're going to be pasteurizing our milk because obviously it's not necessary to do that. But we found this for a real good price and thought, you know, there might come a time when we do want to pasteurize our goat milk. So we went ahead and picked that up. So that is number 3 on our bucket list for 2020. So anyway, I want to go ahead and thank Mark again from the house on Avera Road for tagging us in this 2020 bucket list challenge. And we would like to tag Foster Family Fun. They're a military family that is pretty new to YouTube. I think they've been doing it maybe 3 or 4 months now. And they've got some great trip and vacation videos. They've got some DIY, a little bit of this and that. And so get on over to their channel and check them out. And hopefully they'll accept this tag and this challenge. And you can watch and see what their 2020 bucket list consists of. So Jim and I would like to thank you for watching. Please be sure to give us a thumbs up and like this video. Share it with your friends. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and ring that notification bell. And as always, we will catch you later.